What's going on, everyone? It is Emmanuel or Kishido, depending on where you're coming from. How are you? First of all, Happy New Year. Akimashite omedetou gozaimasu. I hope and pray that this year will just be generally a good year for everyone. Because I can't say that last year was horrible for everyone, because everyone's life is different. But anyway, just wishing all the best for you and yours. So, I'm here just to do a little lesson, I guess, on the video I did of the cover or the instrumental of Lee Williams' "Come See About Me," the late Lee Williams. So I'm just gonna jump right in. So here we go. First, I'm gonna give you the riff. Now, when I played it, I don't do the riff like at all. But the riff is simple. So the key, we're in D flat. The song's at D flat, so we're just gonna stick with that. So the riff, you start with the D flat, then go down to C, then jump on down to A flat, then F, then B flat, then last A flat. And then you go into the song. It's basically a turnaround. So if I do it kind of in tempo, that's the tempo. That's the tempo right there. Bum, 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 bum. Oop, I was wrong. Then you're there. So I think that riff is 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got all mixed up with that. it's just one bar and then you go back into the song. Now, the rhythm of the song is 4/4 timing, but it's not straight. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not really straight. It has more of a rhythm. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3. It has kind of that rhythm to it. So it's not. I mean, you could play it just. You can play it straight, but that's not how the song goes. It has a sway to it. It has. So keep that in mind when you're practicing it. So you got the riff down. So we got the riff. So let's. So you got the riff down. So let's talk about the kind of the verse part of the song. So what the lead is singing, basically you just go. That's basically what you're doing for about 3 times. Now, again, as you've seen in my previous videos, I want to give you like the not exactly like how the song. I don't want to show you how to play the song exactly because I don't do it like that. I'll just give you the different sections, how it's kind of broken down, and then you take it, add your flavor to it, and go from there. That's what I do anyway. So for the verse part, the bass, you're just going from 1 D flat, 3 you're going to the F because you're walking up to the F sharp. So D flat, F, F sharp, then A flat, then back. And that's kind of how I do it. So just D flat, F, F sharp, A flat. That's how I do it. And honestly, that right there is honestly most of the song. It's just in the other parts. It's just the rhythm might change a little bit. So now in the song, the bass, if you listen in the verse part, the bass doesn't do this exactly. Like in the end, it goes to something like this. So something like that. But again, it's up to you. So that's the left hand. The right hand, pretty simple. We got D flat, the D flat on top, F, A flat, D flat, and you can hit that twice. Bump, bump, and then F sharp, F sharp, B flat, or A sharp, C sharp, D flat. So bump, 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 bump. You can just do that right there. Just D flat, F sharp, D flat, F sharp. You can just do that. Watch. Don't believe me? Watch this. Watch. And that's literally the verse part right there. You can just do that. And just break up the chord. Sometimes I'll drop out the melody, the root note. So, for example, that's the verse part right there, honestly. Now, what you can do is when you're walking up to the F sharp, when you got that F, so bum, bum. The right hand, you can substitute that for the D flat chord for A flat. Usually I'll do the A flat with the C on top. So E flat, A flat, C. Or you can do it here. It doesn't matter. Oh, and I'm throwing a whole bunch. So please forgive me. One thing, especially with beginner or intermediate, even advanced players, one thing, and I mentioned this before, but I just want to mention it again. A small change whenever you do your turnaround, because your turnaround is usually on the fifth. One of the sounds that has the old school sound for an old school is, you have kind of the fifth, which in this case is the A flat. You have the chord and maybe the seventh, which has an old school feel. But all you have to do is instead of using the chord to go along with the turnaround fifth, use the fourth, and that sound is more. You hear that more like in traditional, contemporary, just music. Period. So I think it's like 4/5. I think they call it. So you're at the fifth in the bass, but in the right hand according you have the fourth, which D flat 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the F sharp. The fifth is the A flat. So for your turnaround, just add more color. Or what you can do is for the turnaround, just make it a major seventh. right? So, real quick, in C, what's the fifth? In C, key of C. The fourth, same thing apply, right? We keep going down to be natural. B flat. You know. Okay, that's something totally different. So now back to it. So yeah, the verse part. Usually this is done 3 times. That was 1 time. That was 2 times. That was wrong. Then it goes to that. Now, you probably saw me do this. All that is just A flat, B flat, D flat. I use that a lot through the song. So it would behoove you to probably use it as well. I use that a lot. That's that 5th, 6th, and 1. You put it in anywhere you want to. Now, the second part, I'm down here waiting. So that down here waiting part, when you have the verse, that part, and then the verse repeats, it's usually only done once. But if you listen to the song towards the end with the vamp, they repeat it more than once. Like the song kind of follows like quartet rules. It goes wherever it wants to go, wherever the vibe is. But the left hand for that part, I'm down. You're just gonna bum the D flat twice, and you're gonna walk up to the A flat. So you're gonna start the F and just walk it up. And A flat 2 times, bum, and then F sharp, bum, and then go back home, bum. So again. Now, when you get to the F sharp, well, back up a little bit more. When you go from the A flat to the F sharp, you can just, because in the track, they do this. They walk down from the A flat to the F sharp, and then back home. But also, when you get to the F sharp, you can go to the A flat and then resolve it back home. So you can go. Right? The right hand, pretty simple on the right hand. So the D flat, whichever one version you want to do. Now this A flat, you want A flat, because that's the sound of the song. Because it's not, if you do that with the F sharp, it's gonna sound like you're about to go to the top. You're about to return to the beginning, but we don't want to do that yet. So, and then the F sharp, back home. Or if you walk down from the A flat, just walk it down. So A flat, G, F sharp. So put that together. The other way. right off of this, instead of the turnaround of, which you can do this. You don't have to do the riff every time for the turnaround. You can switch them out if you want. You can do this and then you're back at the beginning, or it's the same thing. They're just putting the riff in before you you resolve with the 4/5. So if I put those two together. I'm down. I messed that all up. But that's the verse and that part. Now, so practice that and come back. We'll give you the next part.